Good morning, everyone. This is BremSter, and today I'm coming to you with BremSter's got 100 problems, and this has one. So this is a puzzle that was created by rockratzero after my 100th problem came out. And that came out actually quite a while ago, even though I'm only up to problem, as of recording, I think 110. By this time this comes out, it might be 115 or something, I'm not sure. But this was created just after problem 100 was released, which was a while ago because I've had to take a break from the problem series for various reasons. And the reason that this one is called BremSter's got 100 problems and this has one, apart from the obvious pun, is in this grid, this is this is the contents of problem 100. So those cells right there are literally the minus this arrow bit pointing in is exactly the clues that were in problem 100. And in problem 100 you had to solve for those cells. So I'm pretty certain where I know where I'm going to be starting on this grid. So thank you rockratzero for taking the break-in of the problem or the problem concept and then running with it. This was originally a very hard problem. And a few people struggled with it, so we'll see how I go with the puzzle. This is not a blind solve. I did solve this when it first came in, but everything has been so up in the air, and I've done so little solving of anything really, apart from the stuff you've seen on the channel. I've solved nothing else in the past couple of months that I really have no recollection of how this one went. So we'll see how it all goes. What else? There's really nothing else to say. I've been spending most of my time relaxing over on the BremSter Games channel, which I do want to try and pick up some more. I've mostly just been playing Diablo 3. Yeah, we'll see how it all goes. I'm not moving on to Diablo 4 because my computer won't run it, but yeah, we'll see how things go. So how does this one work? So unlike the original problem, on this one we have to solve the entire grid. Normal Sudoku rules apply. In every box, in every row, and in every column, the digits 1 to 9 must be placed without repetition. Digits placed on arrows, the sum of those will be placed in the arrows circle. So the sum of those 3 cells will get placed there. The sum of those 2 cells will get placed in the same circle. Cells separated by a black dot are in a 1 to 2 ratio. Cells separated by a white dot must be consecutive. Not all dots are necessarily given. Digits in cages sum to the number in the top left corner of the cage. Digits may not repeat within cages, although in this puzzle all of the cages are in the same row, so that couldn't have happened anyway. Digits placed on the purple Renban lines must be a set of consecutive non-repeating digits in any order, which basically means that the digits that are placed on the line, if you were to take them off and sort them, they would be a run of digits. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 6, 7, 8, 7, 8, 9. One of those. They cannot repeat. So it is not possible, for example, to do that. While those are consecutive, there is a repeat. But you could go 6, 7, 5. That would be perfectly fine because 5, 6, 7 is a run of consecutive digits without repeating. And on green lines, the adjacent digits must have a difference of at least 5. Now I'm going to restart the puzzle to restart my timer. Let's give this a shot. And as I said, I'm basically going to try and solve for those digits first because that was the original problem, which I created, and I'll see if I can remember. It's been a while and a lot has happened. So, the first thing I remember, of course, is any 3-cell arrow, and I can do the same down here, has the minimum digits I can put in there because I can't repeat, they're in the same row. All of those digits see each other as 1, 2, 3. So these are a minimum of 6, 7, 8, or 9. Now, this, actually, it's probably both, yeah, it's both of them, but both of them are actually a bit more restricted than that because if this is 6, these would be 6, these would be 6, and they would sum to 12, 6 plus 6. But that doesn't work. And the reason that doesn't work is because the minimum these can be are 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and that sums to 15. So 6 plus 6 is 12, but the minimum is 15. That doesn't work. And the same is true Actually, the same is not true down here. So I'm just going to worry about it up here. This can't be 6. This also can't be 7 because minimum 15. 7 plus 7 is 14. So this can't be 7. This is 8 or 9. This Whisper line now has its alternating polarity set. What do I mean by alternating polarity? So on a Whisper line, you can never put a 5 because 5 lower than 5 is 0 or lower. 5 higher than 5 is 10 or higher. None of those are in the Sudoku digit range. Now, once you pick a digit within the high digit range, you can't go up because you leave the Sudoku digit range. If you go down, even from the very furthest digit, 9, you go down 5, you leapfrog the 5. You must pass over the 5 when you subtract the 5. So because of that, you are always changing from the digits above 5 to the digits below 5, high to low. And if you start low, you can't go down, you must go up, and you must still leapfrog the 5. So you're always alternating high-low. So this will mean this is high, this is low, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is high, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is low, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is high, 6, 7, 8, 9. And because of that, we can probably make some more deductions, but we do get the alternating polarity along this line. This can't be a 6, because if this was a 6, the only digits that are 5 away from 6 are 1, and both of those would be 1, and that is broken, so this can't be a 6. And now we want to look at this Renban line, because the minimum we can put on this Renban line now is 5. So because the minimum we can put on this Renban line, it would be 5, 6, 7. If we put a 4 here, we would need, and 7, which is the minimum here, this would have to be 5 and 6, and it can't be. So these are from 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This digit, however, is restricted because a 5, 7, and 9 do not have valid ratio 1 to 2 ratio options, because if you go down from the 5, 7, or 9, you end up with something and a half, and if you go up, you end up with 10 or higher. So 5, 7, and 9 are not possible. This becomes 6 or 8, so this becomes 3 or 4. Now, this can't be a 9, because if this is a 9, actually I don't think we can put 9 on this line at all, because if this is a 9, this becomes 8, 7, because you need to have 8 and 7 on the line with it, and it'd be 9, 8, 7, and this would sum to 15, and this would have to be a 0. If this is a 9, this is still 8, 7. I can't get down to 6 because 9, 8. I'd have to go 9, 8, 7 on the line. This is the only place for the 7. So it'd be 9, 8, 7, and 9 and 8 sums to more than 15. So this is not a 9 either. If this is an 8, this is a 6, this is a 7, 8, this would be a 1. That might work. If this is a 5, 6, 7, 4, maybe 7. Yeah, there's possibilities here maybe. Anyway, let's look at this. Because if this is a 3, this couldn't go down, and the reason it can't go down is it'd be 3, 2, 1, and it couldn't go back up to 2 because there's a 2 here. So it'd be 3, 2, 1, 0. So it can't go down. So this is either 3, 4, 5, 6, or it is 4. And could it go? If this 4, 5, 6, 7. If this went 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, it couldn't go 4, 3, 2, or 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 5, 6. If this was 5, 6, these would all be from 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 digits from 5, 6, 7, 8. So this can't go 4, 5, 6, 7. So this has to go 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, because I can't, these have to be in a run. So this is a 3, 4 pair. There's something I've missed here. It's been a long time since I've done this problem. So this is a 7 or 8. So I can't put a 4 in there because 4 can only go next to 9. So there's no 4 in either of those. So this 3, 4 pair might give me something, because if this is an 8, this would be a 7. This would be a 6. 8 and 6. I don't remember this well enough, obviously. 5 here would mean 6 and 7, and that doesn't work anymore. 5 here would be 5, 6, 7. This would be a 4, and I don't have a 4 anymore, because 5 and 7 is only connected by 6. 5, 6 is 11. This would be a 4. This is not a 5. This is a 6, 7, 8 triple, which means there must be a 6 in here. If this is 6, 7, that's 13, and this is a 2. If this is 6, 8, that's 14. This is a 1 or a 2, whichever way it works. Okay. Now, I think the question I want to ask about is that digit there. So what happens if this is a 6? So if this is, as I said, this was a very hard problem. If this is a 6, this becomes a 1, 2, the minimum it can be, and this becomes a 9. Okay? That has to be a 9. And then we have to ask, what can this arrow be? Why does this exist in the problem? So if this is a 6, this is 1, 2, and this has to be 9. But it couldn't be 1, 8 because the 1 is used here. It couldn't be 2, 7 because the 2 is used here. Couldn't be 3, 6. The 3 is used here. Sorry, the 6 is used here because I put the 6 here to start it off. So it'd have to be 4, 5. So this would have to be 4 or 5. But if this is 6, this goes 6, 5, 4. And we've got 4, 5 in all 3 of those cells. And that doesn't work. So this cannot be a 6. This is a 1. This being a 1 means this is a 2. This is a 3. This is a 4. This 2 means this is a 1. Now you can take 2 out of here and 1 out of here. I do have this simplified check pencil mark on. Because I could possibly turn it off, but I had been told this is quite a hard puzzle, and lots of comments recently to use it. I do now know that these need to sum to 14, which is 6, 8, so I can take the 7 out of there. This becomes 6, 8. This is the 7. And the 4 is in a relationship with the 8, so this becomes the 6. Now that's the solution to the original problem. Which, as I said, people found very hard. Now I need to keep solving because I don't know from this point on. This is where I stopped. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 9 go in there. Okay, so what do I look at now? So this cannot be a 9 because I cannot put 9 on an arrow. So this is 1, 2, or 3. This can't be a 6 anymore because if this was a 6, this would be 6 plus 1, minimum is 7. Okay. Now, 1 is down here somewhere, but I don't think I can put 1 on this Ren-band. Because if I put 1 here, this is a maximum of 3, because this would be 1, 2, 3. 1, 3 would mean that has to be 11, so that doesn't work. I am not sure where to look. I think these have to be low. So I need to put an even digit on this, and it has to be 2 or 4. So there's a 2 or a 4 on this. Now, if it's 2, no, this is forced. This has to have a 4 on it. There is a 4 on here somewhere. Because if it's got a 2 on it, it can't be... So I must put an even digit onto a consecutive set of digits. Because it'll be 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5. 2 digits that are next to each other will always be an odd and an even digit. 6 and 8 are not available. So I must put a 2 or a 4 on it. But if I put a 2 on it, it's either 1, 2, not possible, or 2, 3, which would break that. In fact, I know what this is. This is 2 because I can't put 3 next to 7. This is 1. 2 means that is not 6. So that means this is not 7 and this is not 3. So this is from 3, 4, 5. But I can't put 5 on a black dot. So this is 3 or 4. But this, if this is 3, it has to go 4, 5. If this is 3, this is 3. This has to go 4, 5, 6. Because I can't go down. So 3, 4, 5, 6. This is 4. I can't go 3, 2, 1. This has to go up as well. So this can't be the 3. So this is 3, 4, 5, 6 or 4, 5, 6, 7. They're the only possibilities, which means 5 is in here and 6 is in here. That's interesting. Three or 4 here means this is 2 or 8 if it's 4 or 6 if it's 3. If this is low, it's a 3. But that's okay, because that would just make both of those 8 or 9. But if this is 3, this is 4, 5. Yeah, I'm not seeing a problem there. This arrow is possibly under some pressure, but I can't see how. So it must have a 1 or a 2 on it. I'm actually going to get some help here. It must have a 1 or a 2 on it, because if it's 8, it's got to have a 1 on it there. And if it's 9, it's either got a 1 on it there or it's 2, 3, 4. Is there a reason it can't be 2, 3, 4? I think there is. I think there has to be a 1 on this arrow. And that's because of the 15 cage. There is a 1 on this arrow. Okay, so can this be 2, 3, 4 is the question, because 2, 3, 4 is the only possibility for this arrow that does not use a 1. And the answer is no, because of the nature of a 15 cage. And this is something, I'm trying to think how to explain it. This is something I've only got from experience. A 15 cage is a really weird cage. It either has a low digit, a middle digit, and a high digit, or it's 4, 5, 6. That's just something I know. I don't know the digits that make up a 15 cage, but it'll always be a low digit, a middle digit, and a high digit, or 4, 5, 6. If this is 2, 3, 4, I've used 2 of the low digits and 1 of the middle digits. So it couldn't be 4, 5, 6, because 4, 5, 6 is all 3 middle digits, and I've used a middle digit here, and I've used 2 and 3, so I would need to use a 1 in this. But I couldn't put 1 on the Renban line, because I've already discussed this. If I put 1 on a Renban line here, this would have 1, 3, and this would have to be an 11. That's not going to work. So I have to put 1 in this cage, because 2 and 3 are not available, and I can't use 4, 5, 6. And the 1 would have to go there, because I couldn't put it on the Renban line, and that's not possible. So there must be a 1 on this line, and 1 cannot go in either of those two cells. This is a 1, this is a 2. The 2 makes that 7, and this is not 2. This is 6 or 8. And 2 and 7, no. Yes, because I couldn't do 2, 8. So this is 2, 7. This is not 2, and 2 and 7 means this is a 9. So whether this was 8 or 9, I had to put a 1 on this line, because 2, 3, 4 was not possible. 2, 3, 4 was the only arrow possibility that did not contain a did not contain a 9, a 1. Now, this 15 cage cannot contain a 1, cannot contain a 9. These have to sum to 8. They're not 1, 7. They could be 2, 6. They could be 3, 5. And they're the only possibilities, because 4, 4 does not work. But 5 is in one of those two, because 5 has to be here for this run of digits. Six is not restricted, though, because 6 is in one of those 3. If 4 is here, 4 is here. Does that restrict this at all? Because I must have a 2 or a 3 on this. It's either 2, 6, or 3, 5. So, but there is no option that uses 2 and 3 in a 15 cage. But I can't use, for example, 2, 5, 8, because 2, 5, 8 would mean this couldn't be 2, 6, or 3, 5. So 2, 5, 8 is out. hang on, 2, 6 or 3, 5 means this can't be 4, 5, 6 because I'm using 5 or 6 over here. So there must be a 2 or a 3 over here. But can I put the 2 or a 3 on this line? I must put the 2 or 3 on this line because I can't put it there. So this is low. 2. Wait a minute. So there's a 2 or a 3 somewhere on this Renban line. So if it was 2, 6, 7, because the 2 has to go in here, 2, 3, 4, that doesn't work because I can't put the 2 there. Oh, hang on. Yeah, I can't put the 2 there is what I'm saying. So 2, 6, 7, the 2 would go on the Renban line, and then I can't get up to the 6. So 2, 6, 7 is not possible. So there's a 3 on here. And there's no 2 on this Renban line because there's a 3 on here. This is not 3, 5. This is 2 and 6. This is 5. This is 8. This is 4, 5, 6, and 7. These are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And these are now a known triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, and 8. There's no 1 here because of this, but that makes this a 9. This is now a triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, but there's a 3, 4 there. This is an 8. This is a 3, 4 pair. And this is 1, 2, 3 must go there. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and this is 9. And the whole thing is falling into triples. These are triples. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3, 7, and 9. These are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, I can't put 5 on a whisper line. So this is low, so this can't be low. This also must be high. But these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this can't be low, so it's not 4, it's 6 or 8. And it can't be 6, because if this is 6, this is 1, and it can't be. So this is 8, and 8 comes out of both of those. This being an 8 means this is only 1, 2, or 3, and again, it can't be 1. So this has to be 1, 2, 3, or 4, because it has to be consecutive with that. That was probably a bad pencil mark. But I've done it now. And this is low. 1, 2, 3, or 4. Whoops, don't want that. I wanted that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, there's a 3 down here somewhere. So this is 3, 4, 8, or 3, 5, 7. But 3, I can't get to, so this is 7 or 8, because I can't get as high on here. 3, 4, so, and I can't put 2 on this line. So this is a 3, 4, 5 line, because I cannot put 2 on this line, because I can't put 2 in the box with the 3, or this would be a 10, and I can't put 2 there because there's 2's looking at it. So this is a 4. There's no 4 here. There's no 4 here because of the Renban line, and this is a 3, 5 pair. 3, 5 is 8. This is the 7. The 4 looks back, making this 3 and this 4. The 4 looks across, meaning that is not 4, which does not restrict that at all. But this is now a triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 8, and 9. And that does heaps. I can remove the 8 because of that 8. But up here, this can't be 9, 0, so it's not. And it can't be 8, 1, because there's already an 8 in the box. This is the 5. This is the 4. I can take 5 out of both of those. So this becomes the 9. This becomes the 8. The 4 looks across, making that 3. There's no 3 or 4 there because of those. So I can take 3, 4 out of those. And there's no 8 there. This gives me a 1, 2 pair in the row. This 3 makes this 4. And 4 must go in one of those two. 4s are now lining up. I can't put 4 in any of those. I can't put 4 in any of those. 4 has to go in one of those two. That 4 is removing it from there. That is a 4. In fact, I know what this digit is as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is an 8. 3 or 5. I can't put 5 on a black dot. So this is the 3, this is the 5, this is the 6. There's no 3 there. This is a 1, 2 pair. This is the 3, which only consecutive with the 2, which makes this the 1. I'm going to turn off the pencil mark checker at this point, I think. Whoops, that's not what I meant to do. Check pencil marks off. So that takes 1 out of there. The 2 looks down, meaning that's not that's a 5. There's no 1 here anymore, so this is the 1. This is a triple. 1, 2, 3, 6, and 8. There's no 8 there. There's no 6 or 3 there. That's the 8, so there's no 8 there. This 5 looks up making that 9 and that 5. Now these sum to 8. They are not 1, 7. They could be 2, 6 in 2, 6. And they can't be 3, 5. So they are 2, 6. 2 and 6. The 6 looks down, making this 3 and 6. This is a pair now. I'm just jumping all over the place. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2 and 5. So 2s can't be in there or in there. Oh, I've already got the 2. That was dumb. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9 are what goes in these. 6, 7, and 9. This can't be 4, 5, 6. So there's no 4 in this cage. There's no 5 in this cage. So it's 1, 6, 8 or 2, 6, 7. And it's not 2, 6, 7 because I can't use the 2. So this is 1, 6, 8. So this is the 6 and this is a 1, 8 pair. And that's just, to be honest, I did just use the killer calculator for that. I am perfectly comfortable with this concept. So this is 1, 6, 8, which means this is not 1 or 8. This is the 2. This is the 1. This is the 8. This is a triple now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. The 5 and the 6 in the top row make that the 7. And the 6 here means this is the 5 and this is the 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, and 7 go in there. And this is also a pair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 5, and 9. What have I missed? Stuff. I've missed stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 9. There's no 7 in those, so this is the 7. This 9 looks up making this 3 and this 9. So there is no 6 here. This is actually a 7, 9 pair. I've made a mistake. No, there is a 7, 9 here. So what resolves this? This 3 takes 3 out of there and puts 3 in there. 7, 9 pair. It's got to be Sudoku, right? Right, this 6 looks up making this 4 and this 6. The 4 looks up making this 7 and this 4. The 7 looks down making this 9 and this 7. The 7 looks down making this 9 and this 7. The 8 looks up making this 1 and this 8. The 1 looks down making this 2 and this 1. The 2 looks down making this 5 and this 2. The 5 looks up making this 9 and this 5. And that is the solution to BremSter's got 100 problems and this has 1. I definitely got a head start on this one by knowing how to solve the initial, what is that, 8 digits. Those digits there. So having created the original problem gave me a head start on this one that I think gave me a boost. And the fact that I've solved this before probably also gave me some hints as to where to look. But the important thing on my channel is I will call out right now, not the best solver in the world. Me doing blind solves is often not the best way for me to showcase a good puzzle. And often I think you are coming here to see, how do I solve this puzzle that I'm struggling with? Or what is the beautiful logic in this puzzle? And I think you would get a lot more out of me showing you the cool logic in the puzzle than me sitting here going, I don't know what to do. Now, you will get a lot of I don't know what to do on my channel. That will happen. I'm not going to test solve and put a script together for everything. But I'm also not ashamed of where I will turn around and say, this was a cool puzzle. I may have remembered some of this. I wasn't remembering it at the time, but it was like, hang on, this Ren-band is going to be important. May have been a memory. That's fine. As long as you got the cool logic and you could understand what I was explaining, feel free to turn around and go, you didn't solve this on camera. Probably true. I probably remembered some of it. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope you're enjoying the channel content. I really hope you're enjoying the puzzles. That's what it's all about. Watching an old guy solve puzzles. Yeah, I'm glad people are enjoying it, but the puzzles should be the focus. Yeah, thanks everyone. And as always, good luck with your solving.